All right, let's talk about losing those last 5, 10, or even 15 pounds. That stubborn fat that just refuses to go away. Whether it's in your belly, hips, thighs, or glutes, today we're going to break this problem down in a very strategic way. Before we get into weight loss, I want to start with a book you may have heard of. You probably know Sun Tzu, and most people are familiar with his famous book, The Art of War. I personally own several editions of it. However, there was a scholar who translated Sun Tzu's original manuscript directly from his source. He actually learned Mandarin Chinese to do this properly. What he discovered was fascinating. Over time, the text had been altered, and even the title was mistranslated. The original meaning was not the art of war. The correct translation is closer to the technology of war. The word art implies creativity and flexibility. The word technology implies a precise, strategic system, an exact method for achieving a result. And that's what this book is really about. Winning by strategy, not by force, that it's about creating advantages instead of working harder, repeating the same actions, and expecting different outcomes. And that is exactly how we should approach weight loss, understanding the disadvantages first. Let's be honest about the challenges you may be facing. You're getting older, it may be post-menopause. Your metabolism has slowed. You have chronic insulin resistance. You've lost muscle mass, which reduces fat burning capacity. These are real disadvantages, but they are not permanent obstacles. The key is leverage. Many people tell me, I already tried that and it didn't work. But when we dig deeper, one of two things is usually true. They weren't doing it correctly, they didn't do it long enough. People also have unrealistic expectations. If someone loses 7 pounds in a week while you lose 1 pound, that doesn't mean it isn't working. Anything over 2 pounds per week is usually water weight, not fat. For someone over 40, 1 pound per week is excellent progress. And here's a critical principle you must understand. You don't lose weight to get healthy. You get healthy first, and then weight loss follows. The body does not like losing fat. Fat is a survival mechanism. That's why patience and consistency matter. Strategy beats effort. Think of a crowbar. You can lift a 500-pound rock with only 5 pounds of pressure. If you use leverage, that's what we're doing here. We're stacking advantages instead of forcing results. Point 1. The ketogenic diet, done properly. If your carbohydrates aren't low enough, fat loss will stall. For many people, carbs need to be extremely low, sometimes close to zero. A common mistake is dirty keto. Yes, lowering carbs helps, but food quality matters. Ultra-processed, keto-friendly products often slow progress. Just because a label says keto doesn't mean it supports fat loss or health. Point 2. Intermittent fasting is essential. Keto without fasting usually doesn't work. If you're eating keto snacks all day, grazing between meals, or constantly stimulating insulin, even with fat, you won't lose weight. Progression matters. 2 meals, 1 meal per day, 1 meal per day, every other day. Periodic longer fast for deeper insulin resistance. If prolonged fasting makes you feel terrible after adaptation, something is wrong. Usually electrolyte or nutrient deficiencies, especially salt. Point 3. Sleep. The hidden accelerator. You may be sleeping, but if you're not waking up refreshed, your sleep quality is poor. Poor sleep raises blood sugar, increases cortisol, slows fat loss. Good sleep means waking up energized and staying focused throughout the day. Helpful strategies include physical work outdoors, cooler bedroom, temperature, avoiding screens before bed, supporting nutrients. Even 30 to 60 extra minutes of sleep can dramatically improve results. Point 4. Gut health matters. If vegetables and fiber cause bloating or discomfort, gut issues may be blocking weight loss. Some people temporarily do better with lower fiber carnivore style, ketogenic approaches. Stress reduction alone can flatten the abdomen by improving gut function. Point 5. Stress. The silent saboteur. Chronic stress raises cortisol. Cortisol increases blood sugar, even without carbs. That's why steroid medications often cause weight gain and even diabetes. Helpful strategies include walking in nature, physical, non-intense work, stress supporting nutrients, adaptogenic herbs. Sometimes trying too hard is the problem. When people stop obsessing, stop weighing themselves constantly, and relax, the body responds. Point 6. Health conditions and medications. Inflammation, autoimmune conditions, fatty liver disease, and medications can all slow fat loss. Improving liver health alone often accelerates weight loss significantly because all fat must pass through the liver to be burned. Point 7. Food quality and energy. The more processed food is, the less life it provides. Fresh, fermented, nutrient-dense foods, grown in healthy soil, support metabolism at a much higher level. Better food equals better fat loss. Point 8. Genetics and epigenetics. You can't change your genes, but you can influence how they behave. Helpful hormetic stressors include strength training, cold exposure, heat therapy, sauna. These increase metabolic efficiency and fat-burning capacity. Point 9. Insulin resistance. Even on keto, insulin resistance can remain. Helpful tools include apple cider vinegar, cinnamon, exercise, vitamin D. Improving insulin sensitivity often breaks plateaus. Point 10. Exercise. The final 15%. Diet accounts for most fat loss, but exercise, the final 15%, often determines success or failure. Key rules. Avoid overtraining. Never train through soreness. Focus on muscle growth and recovery. Muscle increases metabolism, especially after 40 and postmenopause. Final message: weight loss isn't about doing more, it's about doing the right things, the right way, long enough. Identify your weakest area. That's where your biggest advantage lies. Comment below. Backhand index pointing right. What do you think you need to focus on most? Apply it consistently, come back, and share your results. This strategy works every time.